So I watched Raise the Red Lantern tonight, and I went into this movie blind. It stars Gong Li. It's made in 1991. It's basically about how Gong Li, she's 19, and she marries this man who has like three other wives. Well, yeah, three other wives, and so she's the fourth mistress, and stuff goes down. Stuff. This really reminded me, is very similar to another movie I saw, not entirely, but Flowers of Shanghai by Shu Xiaoshen, I believe, the Taiwanese director. And also it reminds me, kind of the way it's filmed, it kind of reminds me of The Women, the 1939 version. I haven't seen like the remake. It was shocking, honestly. It was an intense film, more intense than I thought it would be. I mean, again, I went into this blind. I didn't really look up the synopsis either. Like, I think I like skimmed on it, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna just watch it. And yeah, it was just such an amazing film. And in the film, you don't really see the master's face too well in any shots, and which is obviously done on purpose. And it really reminded me of what they did like with The Women, where the whole movie is literally about women talking about their relationships with men, and yet none of these men are to be seen. And I feel like it's, that's a big part of this movie too, because they're all kind of vying for this master's attention. Yeah, sure, like we see him, we don't really see his face, but it's like it's kind of evident how like there's been so many movies that are so male centered and romance centered as well as this one. They're doing everything they do is like to try to get to the attention of men. They're competing for this attention of this master. Like it's it really mirrors kind of like real life, when people are just kind of like vying for attention of a man, or vying for romance, or vying for you know especially with women in general. Like I feel like from a young age, at least, I don't know, at least in families like mine, it'd be like, oh, like you have to get a husband, you have to blah blah blah, at least like in Asian cultures as well. And I feel like it definitely, you can definitely sense that with this film. Well, I mean, it's the entire film, but it made me kind of think about that. I gave the film 5 out of 5 stars. It was incredible. Definitely would rewatch. Definitely would buy the film. But it is kind of like slow pace, like Flowers of Shanghai. So if you don't like that, would not recommend. But yeah.